Welcome back to another Elmore Family adventure. Today we're bringing you to the Weasleys' burrow. What are we doing today?
We're making a Weasley dinner.
Yes, so just like we did our Trader Sam's recipes with the chicken tacos and the beverages, tonight we're going to do that with some Weasley recipes. We have Molly's onion soup from the Half-Blood Prince, and she makes it in that book. And then we have, it's Molly Weasley's English toffee. And so it's kind of like a candy that we're trying to make. And then you got the drinks covered, right?
Yeah.
So what are the drinks?
We have Butterbeer and...
Naturally.
and a Weasley Sour.
Yes, so we're going to give it our best shot. We don't know how this is going to turn out, but we're dressed for the occasion. I've got my robe on and my Gryffindor colored hair tie thing. Aubrey's got a Gryffindor shirt. And then we've got our background ready. And this book right here, the unofficial Harry Potter cookbook, right there, is where we got the onion soup recipe. And yeah. So let's go see what we got cooking. Oh, we've got our onions cooking down. This is about 2 full onions cut long ways in about half a stick of butter, just kind of cooking down. Here we have our timer about to go off for our almonds, which will go into the English toffee. And so those are about to come out, and that's where we're at right now.
Okay, so while we wait for the onions to cook and the almonds to cool down, we're gonna make some butterbeer.
Woo!
So the recipe that I found was it was gonna make a lot, so we're just gonna kind of eyeball it. So we're gonna use the IBC cream soda. I'm gonna put that to right there. Right there.
Pours the whole thing.
You know what?
No, there's not enough room.
Right
There's not enough room
there.
in.
Yeah, there's plenty of room.
By the way, Gryffindor is both of our houses.
Yeah.
Just for the record. We took Pottermore test multiple times.
Okay, so now we're gonna use a weird thing, which is butter extract.
Mmm. If butter wasn't enough.
It's called imitation butter.
Mmm. Yum. And we're gonna drink it. Uh-oh.
That smells like butter. That's really weird. I mean, I know it's supposed to be imitation butter, but
It
it
smells like the essence of butter. Oh, that's a lot. Is it not?
I don't know.
Oh,
It's
jeez.
kind of-
I feel like that's a lot. Like if you did that with vanilla extract, you know, I feel like that'd be a lot. Okay,
and then, so you can use butterscotch, but we're gonna use rum because we could not find butterscotch. But
that's just extract, right?
Yeah, I heard rum it's not the same thing, but you can use it instead.
Use it as an alternative.
Yeah.
When your Walmart doesn't have butterscotch extract.
Or your Kroger, or any other place in town.
Or your local grocery store.
Yeah.
Watch it.
I'm gonna do just a little bit of this one.
Okay.
Cause
Yeah, this is gonna be an interesting drink.
that smells like, oh, they got everywhere. It smells like pure alcohol.
Lick your finger.
I can't taste it.
Okay.
It doesn't. I don't know. I might have just licked the wrong finger.
This one tastes like
Okay.
almonds.
Okay, I kind of just want to try it without the stuff on top. Pretty interesting.
Does it taste like what you remember? Or does it need the cream?
It needs the cream.
Okay. Alright, so now we're making the cream.
Now we're making the cream, which is going to be a little weird. So you need marshmallow cream. Cream. What is this? Butterscotch syrup. Okay. And heavy whipping cream. It asks for whipping cream, but I can find whipping cream, so.
You're like, ooh, that don't look right.
Get a little thick. That's fine. Okay, And now we're gonna use my little zh thing. It's just gonna go
That's the official title is. Is it doing anything? Oh.
It's a little too thick.
It's the fluff. It's probably the fluff.
It's the fluff, yeah. Just kind of mixing it in there.
I mean, she's definitely going for it.
Just trying not to get everything everywhere.
It's looking like it's supposed to.
Yeah,
I'm assuming.
It does, but
from
it's
my
just
Butterbeer experience.
it just needs to the fluff needs to chill.
Woo! I'm in the splash zone. 4 hours later.
Literally, you have to like put a lot more heavy whipping cream than you think, because that's what I needed to do, but I didn't do that. Okay, it's still chunky, but it's whatever.
Ooh, okay. That looks like Butterbeer for sure. All right, so is that it?
Yeah, that's
our Butterbeer. Try it now.
Oh, jeez. It kind of tastes like a Butterbeer. Okay, Anna's gonna try it.
I typically don't like Butterbeer because I'm not a big butterscotch person. I'm more of a pumpkin juice kind of gal. So let's see what I think. Hold the phone. I kind of like this.
I think you like this one more than the other one because there's no butterscotch in the actual drink. It's just on the top.
And it's like, for some reason, like I know it's sweet, but it's not as sweet as like I remember it being. And like the soda part, like the bubbles cut through a lot of the sweetness too. Mm-hmm. Well, there we go. I might actually drink this whole thing. All right, look at these onions all cooked down. They've got like a little golden vibe to them now. So we're gonna add our broth. Ooh, got steamy. And we're about to chop up our almonds to get ready for part 2 of the toffee.
Okay, so she's gonna add the...
Yes, we're adding in the broth. This is just regular chicken broth. You can substitute it with water, but we're gonna add 4 cups of just casual chicken broth. While we're doing that, we had mentioned we're in Gryffindor, so what's everybody else? If you don't know what house you'd be in, just take out the Pottermore test, or just a BuzzFeed test, really, to see. I'm curious. Also, see what kind of Patronus you have. The first time I took my test, I got a ginger cat, but I could not believe it. My heart said no, and so I took it again, and I got an aardvark.
Interesting.
Just, I felt that at least matched a little more. But, okay, so here's our soup mix. It just said add, like, chicken soup mix spices. This is what we found. We found one that had noodles in it. So, we're gonna have some noodles. I'm just gonna plop that in there. And now we're gonna bring this to a simmer. And then, after this simmers for a bit, we're going to add our milk and flour, which will thicken it up. So we'll come back to this in a second. Here we have our roasted almonds, and the recipe says to break in half, slash in fourths, or quarters, but this is taking forever. So we're gonna do halves. This is all we have so far. We're slowly working, but if there's a more efficient way to do this, leave a comment down below.
Please let us know, because this is weird.
We are not professionals. Alright, so our half almonds are all on this silicone mat thingy-majig, and we're just about done with those. Here is going to be our actual toffee part, and that's going to be 3/4 cup of butter, a full cup of sugar, a teaspoon of Himalayan pink salt, that was recommended, and also a teaspoon of vanilla. And we're gonna add all that to this pot and start cooking it low and slow.
We are making The toffee.
I feel like I'm in a potions class.
This is what the onion soup looks like right now.
She's simmering. She's got another 15 minutes to simmer. Alright, there goes our toffee mixture on top of our almonds. It also says to use a wooden spoon for reasons, period. And so, just make sure you do that. Oh no, the toffee!
Just make sure you do that. Oh, the toffee!
Ground. Why did you do that? Oh, silly goose. Yeah, spread it on my almonds. That's what it's supposed to look like, I've heard. How idiotic. It's not hot, okay. I'm just gonna throw them on top. Throw some of those loose ones on top. On top of the boiling hot toffee. For sure is a good idea. Alright, so next thing for this is the chocolate.
So next up in the soup is...
We're mixing milk and flour, and we have to slowly pour a little bit in, and then we have to stir that. Use a different... This will help thicken up the soup. Oh man, it's so soft. You ever heard that term for soup? Man, that soup is so soft. I think we'll, it'll catch on. Okay, a little bit more. And some of you may be thinking, wow, that is not mixed well. I agree with you. But, again, we are trying our best. And this is also taking a lot longer than anticipated. So, we're just gonna plop a little bit more in there. Let it thicken up. I think it is.
It looks like it's getting thicker.
I believe it with my heart that it's getting thicker. 1/3
Okay.
in that.
Okay.
So we need 1 2/3.
Yeah.
So there's 1.
Creamy.
Definitely. And I'm gonna kind of shortchange the second because it's kind of it's not like thick milk. Because we don't want thick milk, so.
What is thick milk?
You know. Milk that's real thick. I think we're gonna cut the heat. We'll let it cool down. And then we'll taste test. Okay, we got our melted chocolate just in the microwave going over our toffee mixture. Mmm, delicious. We'll make sure we spread that around. Spread that around. Nice and even like. Uh-oh. It's getting caught in the almonds. Alright, and then we've got our crushed up pecans to add to the top. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Beautiful, beautiful. This is gonna go in like some sort of freezer / refrigerator to cool. And we're going to plate our soup and then make one more drink and we're done. All right. We have made our soups, which are sitting and cooling before we try them. Our toffee is in the refrigerator hardening. And we have our butterbeers here for the drinking. But the Weasleys also like to have a little bit of whiskey, a little something, something extra. So this is the Weasley Sour.
Yes. And
what we need is some kind of bourbon whiskey. We have our Brothers Bond.
yes.
Miss Vampire Diaries.
Yes. You could also just use whiskey.
You could just use any kind of whiskey.
It's supposed to be just whiskey, but we have bourbon whiskeys.
Yeah.
So.
We're just a little bit extra that way. So we need 2 ounces of this.
Yes.
This is a very strong, you're sipping it, that kind of thing.
Yes.
So let's do that. That's one. Whoa! She's strong. I can smell it.
She's very strong.
Two. Okay. There is our whiskey. You're also going to mix together, what is it, an ounce of lemon juice, fresh squeezed?
It's 3/4 of an ounce of lemon juice and some sugar.
1 teaspoon of sugar. Add this little mixture
It's like lemonade.
to our drink.
Add a little bit of the maraschino cherry juice. Just a little bit. Just a dash.
Okay, we're going off script here.
A little off script.
I'm gonna grab the cherry first.
Okay.
Okay, there's cherry. A little bit of cherry juice. Get a little bit of Weasley red for the hair, you know. And mix. Ooh,
This is not the right wood for this.
that works.
Okay.
Pour it. Ooh. Okay. And there is our drink. A nice little red, kind of golden color. Pop a little maraschino cherry in there. Let's give it a taste. She's strong, but that's really good. That's like, I don't even know. It's like the nice little tart from the lemon juice, but not too strong because I think of the sugar.
Mm-hmm.
Would you like to try?
I would like to try.
But it is strong. It is whiskey.
That's pretty good.
Not bad at all.
Interesting. Interesting
So
flavor.
yeah. So now we've got our Weasley Sour. We have our Butterbeer. Now let's try our onion soup. In the Wizarding World, they also have paper bowls. Let's give this a try.
Wow.
What do you think?
This is really good. That's like a new favorite now.
Okay. Hold on a minute.
It's really good.
The onions are so soft.
Do you know do you know the cooking word for that?
What?
Tender.
Tender? Oh, it's really good, really creamy. A+ Molly.
You know those noodles? I like an extra little.
Yeah, there are noodles in here along with the onions like you saw. And you don't see them, but you do feel them in your heart. I would probably add a little more salt maybe. Just a little bit more. But other than that, very comforting, very delicious. I would make this again, especially on like a cold winter's night. So the chocolate hasn't quite cooled enough yet, but we're still gonna try it because the toffee is hard enough and we're just gonna go for it. So this is Molly's English toffee. You ready? I'm gonna go for this one. Cheers.
Oh.
Too light. That toffee is good. Like the chocolate's really nice touch on top. But the toffee, we put Himalayan salt in it, and you get just a hint of salt. It is a bit chewy though. Oh, there we go. I think that's a real nice dessert. The chocolate all over my mouth.
How much salt did you use?
Teaspoon. Is it too salty?
It's a little salty to me.
I think it's a nice amount. Because otherwise it'd be too sweet.
It's good. It's just a little salty.
Salty.
But recommend trying that.
Definitely. Especially like holiday time.
Yeah.
That'd be really good. Ooh, with some like peppermint.
Ooh, like a peppermint bark.
Well, that has been our night with the Weasleys and their recipes. Our first Harry Potter edition of our recipe nights.
Yeah.
So far I mean, everything was good. We definitely tried our best. That took a lot longer than expected.
Yes.
But it was worth it. Everything really turned out well and delicious. So we'll definitely be doing this again. Yes. Comment down below what kind of recipes you want to see next. We were just talking about how like there's all kinds of fandoms and things like that we could mess around with, like I don't know, all kinds of stuff. SpongeBob, Supernatural. We said supernatural. But yeah, all kinds of stuff like that, and we are so down to try it. Thank you for joining us on this adventure. If you would like to join us for more, please make sure to like and subscribe to our channel, and also follow us on Instagram where we post about our upcoming adventures and just other little things to keep up with what's going on. So we'll see y'all later. Bye.